On April 28, 2009, in Bakersfield, California, police visited the home of 34-year-old Angelo Mendoza and were told by his injured 4-year-old son, "My daddy ate my eyes." An hour and a half before the attack, Mendoza called police to complain about a disturbance he had with the boy's mother, Desiree Bermudez. Bermudez had left before the police arrived, and nothing at that point seemed out of the ordinary. Both Mendoza and his son were unharmed when the police left the home. Shortly thereafter, Mendoza proceeded to bite both the eyes of his 4-year-old son, removing one completely. He then rolled his wheelchair to the backyard of a vacant home and began chopping his own legs with an axe and a ceramic plate. Mendoza was using a wheelchair due to being stabbed in the back 4 years prior, leaving him paralyzed. A neighbor witnessed Mendoza chopping his legs with an axe, which led to police getting called back to the premises. That's when they returned to find the injured boy. Mendoza told police that the Mexican mafia had injured him and his son before police took him into custody. Bakersfield police reported Mendoza told officers he stopped taking his prescription medication before the attack on his son. He told police he felt anxious and was seeing things that weren't there. Turns out Mendoza was high on PCP when he attacked his son. In 2006, he and Bermudez had been charged with child cruelty, stemming from an incident in which both were high on PCP. Police charged Mendoza with aggravated mayhem, torture, willful cruelty to a child, and inflicting injury upon a child. The issues of Mendoza's sanity was submitted to the court based on 2 psychologist evaluations, and based on those reports, the judge found him not guilty for reason of insanity and placed him at the Metropolitan State Hospital in Norwalk. This outcome in such a case is incredibly rare, as the insanity defense is used in less than 1% of all court cases in the US, and when used has only a 25% success rate. Experts say the likelihood is good that Mendoza will spend the remainder of his life in a psychiatric hospital. A person must be found to be restored to sanity before a judge approves outpatient treatment. This requires lengthy treatment and improvement. And before a person can be released from custody altogether, he must be deemed no longer insane and no longer a danger to himself or others. This requires plenty of evidence and agreement from a judge. The child's right eye miraculously recovered while he was in foster care. He was since then placed in the custody of his aunt.